Welcome back to our Pokemon adventure in Pokemon Blue. We're going to go ahead and continue on and see if we can go ahead and get Charmander up a little bit. And of course our first Pokemon we encounter is a Nidoran female. The Nidorans are they're the original gender Pokemon. Before Gold and Silver, there was really no gender-specific Pokemon. I'm gonna hit Scratch. And like that, we just defeated Nidoran female. Anyway, before Pokemon Gold and Silver, there were no genders at all, except for Nidoran male and Nidoran female. Nidoran female is more defensively inclined compared to Nidoran male, whereas Nidoran male is more offensively inclined and is faster. Between the two, it's just... overall, Nidoran male is better, but Nidoran female isn't too bad either. If you're wanting them both, go ahead. Go for them both. Anyway, came back here to get some Pokeballs because I do want to capture a couple more Pokemon. Charmander by himself is not going to be useful during the first gym battle. So let's go ahead and raise Charmander up a couple more levels and see if we can capture any more Pokemon. Then I'm going to start skipping ahead, so I'll see you guys whenever I can. And we're back. Now, off screen, I managed to do a little bit of Pokemon training, and I have captured a few new Pokemon, which I'll be sure to show the capturing process for Pokedex information. But we caught ourselves, well, a Pidgey, both Nidorans, a Rattata, a Spearow, and we already had Charmander, so that doesn't really count. Anyway, as you can see, I did some raising, and I decided I picked what Pokemon I was going to have for my main party, at least in the beginning of the game. So let's go ahead and deposit the Pokemon I'm not going to use. I was debating between which Nidorans I wanted to use, and I decided to go ahead and go with Nidoran male. Nidoran female isn't too bad, but I kind of like Nidoran male's attack and speed over Nidoran female's defensive stats. That, and one of my favorite Pokemon just happens to be Nidorino, so I'm going to deposit Nidoran female. Between Pidgey and Spearow, now this is a good debate. Spearow definitely does have better stats and evolves into Fearow at level 20, and that's its fully evolved form. And Pidgey isn't too bad either. And it was just difficult which one I want to pick, but I decided I'm going to go ahead and stick with Pidgey for this time. After all, Pidgeot is one of my favorite types. My favorite Pokemon, I mean. And I'm going to hold on to Rattata, and obviously I'm going to hang on to Charmander. One of my general rules of Pokemon is, throughout the entire journey, I never deposit the Pokemon I started with. I don't know if I'm the only one that does that, but it's just a general rule. You start with it, you're stuck with it till the end. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and show off what happens after you go through the Scratch Sea area. If you want to go to the Pokemon League, we encounter a wild Rattata. So how about we go ahead and just take this little guy out. Anyway, all we need to do is just head up here, and, you know, this area has always confused me. What's the point of it? There's no item up here. I don't know. Anyway, and now let's do this. We see none other than our douchebag rival, Jack. You're going to the Pokemon League, forget it. You probably don't have any badges. The guard won't let you through. By the way, did your Pokemon get any stronger? I don't know. We're going to find out, aren't we? Alright, our second battle with our rival, we're going to go against Jack, and he sends out a level 9 Pidgey. At this point, he had Gust and Sand Attack. Sand Attack just lowers your opponent's Pokemon accuracy, making it much harder for them to hit. So in case you take out my Pidgey, I'm going to go ahead and blind him for the next guy. Because that one hit hurt. Alright Pidgey, I have faith in you. Keep blinding that enemy Pidgey. In the new games, this wouldn't work because Pidgey happens to have Keen Eye, which prevents accuracy lowering techniques. And he's going to use the same tactic on me, it looks like. And it's working. Now that should be enough. Let's start attacking him. With Gust. You know, if my Pidgey actually wins, I am going to laugh. And I have a funny feeling this fight's just going to keep dragging on because of the sand attack that we're just trading off. Wow, I got blinded twice, and I'm still hitting. I probably just jinxed myself. So far, so good. Maybe one more hit, if I can hit. Of course. Pidgey versus Pidgey. It's like Metapod versus Metapod. Come on. And now we have a Dragonon fight. Except that I just lost. Alright, well, Pidgey just fainted. Let's send out Mail. Use Tackle. What? You asshole. And I hardly do any damage to him. Well, let's keep hitting him. If I can beat him, Nidoran Mail will gain a lot of experience. And possibly even level up. A lot of experience. He leveled up twice! I will take that. Now he's about to use Squirtle. No, I will not change Pokemon. Let's see if Nidoran Mail can beat this guy. Use Leer to lower Squirtle's defenses. And Squirtle's using Tail to lower my defenses. No, I'll raise you. Why? Oh, you ass. And I hardly do anything to him. Bubble is not too bad of a move. It'll just slow me down, as you could just plainly see. Let's actually switch out to Rats. Go, Rats. Rats, I'll even have you use Tail Whip, actually. And he's trying to do the same thing, but I'm going to use Tackle instead. And that Squirtle is getting a beating. And so am I. Oh, man. And with that, our Rats should hopefully level up a little bit. Oh, Nidoran Mail's level 8 now. And learn Horn Attack. Horn Attack's a pretty good move for early in the game, so I'll take that. And just like that, I beat Jack without even using my starter. Ah, you just lucked out! Yeah, luck is totally it. I heard the Pokemon League has many tough trainers. I have to figure out a way to get past them. You should quit dawdling around and get a move on. What are you doing? Jerk. 16 attack ain't too bad. But still nothing compared to my Charmander. Alright. Well, if we try going to the Pokemon League, we'll actually be denied access because we do not have any badges. I'm gonna switch to all Rats because... Whoa, hold on. Yeah. Because Nidoran Mail is hurting. It's going to come down here. Take the south route back to Viridian City. And we're going to heal at the Pokemon Center. See you then. And now we're going off into the Viridian Forest. As everyone has mentioned, the Viridian Forest is a natural maze. Although it's not too much of a maze, as all you really need to do is go up, left, down, left, up, left, down, left. Yeah, you know, you've got the routine. It's not really too hard to get lost if you're not familiar with the area. If you want to, you can go ahead and raise your Pokemon's level up in this grass, but I'm pretty sure I'm good, so... You know, this character's sprites always made me wonder. Every time I see it, at first it looks like a little girl with pigtails, and then it looks like a fat boy with stubby arms, and I really don't know what to make of that. I believe it's a boy. Rattata may be small, but its bite is wicked. Did you get one? Nope. Are you going to Viridian Forest? Be careful, it's a natural maze. Naturally. Now we could see a bug trainer, a bug catcher here. I came here with some friends. They're out for Pokemon fights. Make them sound like gangsters. Yeah, if you click here, you'll find an antidote. And in this forest, I do not have any Pokeballs. Ah! I'll be right back. Anyway, the reason I made a big deal out of that because there are a couple Pokemon in this area that I actually want to aim to capture. Not just for Pokedex purposes, but for purposes of having a Pokemon. And here we have a wild Metapod. They are kind of a boring fight. All they use is Harden, which raises their defenses, and by this point most of your Pokemon only know physical-based attacks, like Gust, which is somehow physical. Actually, in the early generations, there were some moves based on types were dependent on if they were physical or if they were special. Gust, being a normal type attack, would do physical damage, because normal is physical. I'm going to see if I can go ahead and post a small thing of what type is what, like how normal is physical, fire is special, and things like that. And I just found a Pokeball. Well, one reason why I recommend battling the Metapods, and possibly Kakunas if they're here, is because they do— Pikachu! Pikachus are actually surprisingly a rare sight in Viridian Forest, but if you capture one, it's definitely recommended because they are actually pretty damn good Pokemon. Their electric type attacks they're quick, and they do pretty good damage with their electric type attacks, because they have a pretty good special stat. So if you find one, catch it. Now, I wouldn't recommend evolving it until at least level 30, because by the time it reaches level 30, it knows some pretty good attacks. Excuse me. Pikachu, the mouse Pokemon. When several of these Pokemon gather, their electricity could build and cause lightning storms. Give a nickname to Pikachu? No, not right now. I'll be sure to raise this little guy because I'm going to try maining him in my party. I cannot remember what I was saying. Oh yeah, Metapods and Kakunas give you actually pretty good experience points, so if you find them, feel free to battle them and defeat them. Especially if you're just aiming to raise your Pokemon's levels. I think Pidgey wants to defeat some more bugs, so let's go ahead and battle this trainer here. There's a lot of bug catchers here, so if you're using Flying type or Fire type, then you're right at home with experience. And this bug catcher is going to use a Weedle. Weedles are nasty because they use Poison Sting, which has a chance of poisoning your Pokemon. When your Pokemon is poisoned, they gradually take damage every turn. In Generation 1, I believe that's every time they use an attack. In later generations, I know it's every time after they use their attack, but the orders change from generation to generation, it seems like. Right now, this Weedle isn't really putting up too much of a fight, so this should be an easy picking for my Pidgey. All that Weedle used was String Shot. And here I thought Weedle was actually going to be a bit of a threat. Oh well, at least Pidgey got to level 7. And now he's going to use Caterpie. Caterpie, unlike Weedle, does not secrete poison, so you don't have to worry too much about being poisoned. You just have to worry about being tackled a lot. But they both know String Shot. What String Shot does is just lowers your Pokemon's speed, and in that case, all that's going to do is make it so the opposing Pokemon goes first more often. But really, nothing special. So he's going to keep using Tackle and keep using Gust, and with that, Caterpie should be down in one more hit. Which will critical hit. Now Pidgey's at level 8. Pidgey's just growing quickly. I believe Pidgey's going to learn Quick Attack at either level 9 or level 12. I can't remember too much about Generation 1. But we'll find out. See if there's any more wild Pokemon that want to battle me. Doesn't take... Yo, you can't jam out if you're a Pokemon trainer. What if I just want to run? Well, in Pokemon trainer battles, you cannot run, so when you're in a battle, you're stuck. Until either A, you win, or B, you lose. And it just helps a little. So I may start cutting out some of these Pokemon trainer battles because they're all gradually just repeats. But I'm going to be battling every trainer I can for easy experience. So, how I'll go ahead and see you guys after this battle. And now we're back. In that battle, my Pikachu grew 2 levels. I like how its little icon is a Clefairy. So now Pikachu is now at level 5. That's really good to know. What's this have to say? Trainer tips. Contact Professor Oak via PC to get your Pokedex evaluated. Good to know, sorta. Even though nothing really happens, you just get your Pokedex rated. Up here, if I recall correctly, there's supposed to be an item, but I can't remember where, if there is one. So let's just go ahead and go down here. In Pokemon Yellow, there's another trainer battle down here, but in here it's just more grass. More grass, more walking, less random encounters. Sounds like a fair trade-off if you ask me. Just keep going. Wow, I haven't even used a repel. I found a potion. I'm kind of wanting there to be another Pokemon battle because there is another Pokemon I want to capture. Oh, right in front of the trainer. Okay, trainer, watch this, because I'm going to capture a Caterpie. Go Pidgey. Gust. You watching this, trainer? I'm going to show you how it's done. You use your string shot, while I use my Pokeball. Yeah, right. You just tackle another Pokeball. And I captured Caterpie. Caterpie is another Pokemon I've been meaning to capture because its final evolution will prove to be very helpful in the next gym, and I'll go over that here pretty soon. Caterpie, the worm Pokemon. Its short feet are tipped with suction pads that enable it to tirelessly climb slopes and walls. You want to give a nickname to it? No. And right immediately afterwards, we get into a trainer battle. The final trainer battle in Viridian Forest. Damn, these bug catchers look smug. It's like, hey, check this out, I got a Weedle! What you got, a Pidgey? Yeah, check this out. Wait, why didn't I go first? I'm higher level. Whoops. So he's going to use String Shot so he can go first. Go figure. Well, I'll just keep using Gust then. You keep using your Poison Sting. Huh. And just like that, my Pidgey has been poisoned. That's what I get for being a little overconfident. And Pidgey's hurt by the poison, so it looks like every time my Pokemon uses a move, they are damaged by poison. Caterpie. See if Caterpie can get an experience to level up from this. Or it can be killed in one hit. Okay. Aw, rats! Aw, rats, you show them what you're made of. Use Tackle, and that Weedle is gone bye-bye. Pidgey grew to level 9. Okay, so it doesn't learn Quick Attack at 9, so it has to be 12. And just like that, I beat the Bug Catcher. I give, you're good at this. I got $90 for winning. I wish money was that easy to make in real life. Oh, another thing about poison. When you're walking around, the Pokemon in your party will gradually lose health until that happens. Pidgey went bye-bye. In this grassy area, all that's there is just more Pokemon that you would find in before Viridian Forest. So it's another good area to raise your Pokemon. So let's come up here, heal. And with that, I will go ahead. And I'll go ahead and see you guys next time when we go and challenge Brock. I'll see you then.